Juventus sign Osimhen, is Ten Hag sacked? Salah's replacement found at Milan and the first Turk in Man City history. All this and more in today's edition. Are you ready? Then we can get started. Erik Ten Hag's time at Manchester United. Yeah, it's ticking down fast. The Dutchman is on borrowed time, folks, as the Red Devils are hunting for a world-class successor. After just 7 points from their first 5 matches, United finds itself languishing in 11th place in the Premier League. It's crazy, right? Just when you think things might be turning around, here comes another slow start. The board even gave Ten Hag a contract extension this summer. Talk about a last-minute Hail Mary. But let's be real, they only did that because they couldn't land anyone better. They had chats with big names like Thomas Tuchel and Mauricio Pochettino, but nope, they passed on the gig. So, they're stuck with Ten Hag for now. Word on the street is that if United hadn't snagged the FA Cup, Ten Hag would have been shown the door before the season even kicked off. Now there's a growing belief that it's only a matter of time before he's packing his bags. The players? They're reportedly ready for a fresh approach. Can you blame them? This weekend's clash against Tottenham is crucial. Lose that one, and you can bet the axe is coming down fast. Ten Hag's already dealt with pressure, but this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Personal take? If he goes, United better grab a top-notch boss. Eddie Howe or Simone Inzaghi? What do you think? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. The transfer rumour mill is on fire, and today it's cooking up a Neapolitan dish with a Turin twist. You guessed it, Victor Osimhen could be swapping Napoli blue for Juventus's iconic black and white. That's like pizza becoming pasta. But let's rewind. Our Nigerian goal machine is on loan at Galatasaray after a summer soap opera. PSG gave him the "it's not you, it's your price tag" talk, and Napoli's De Laurentiis was laughing all the way to the bank. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Juventus, the old lady of Italian football, is reportedly eyeing Osimhen like a nonna watching the last cannoli. The price? A whopping 90 to 100 million euro. Juve would probably have to offload Vlahovic to afford him, but hey, crazier things have happened. Imagine the memes. Osimhen rocking Juve's kit, igniting the north-south rivalry. With 76 goals in 133 games for Napoli, he's proven his worth in Serie A. Could he be Juve's next lethal weapon? Of course, this is all speculation for now. The only solid lead? Osimhen's agent is tight with Juve's Giuntoli, and we all know in football transfers that's sometimes all it takes. So, what does this mean for Serie A? If this deal happens, it'll shake things up more than a double shot of espresso. But for now, keep your eyes on the rumour radar and stay tuned. Christian Pulisic to Liverpool? Yeah, you heard that right. The USMNT star, who's tearing it up in Serie A right now, is being considered as a possible replacement for Mohamed Salah at Anfield. Now, that's a wild thought, isn't it? The American with 3 goals and 2 assists already this season for AC Milan. Not bad at all. Milan scooped him up for just 20 million euro, but now Liverpool might need to fork out double that. Talk about flipping a profit. But wait, can Pulisic really fill Salah's shoes? The Egyptian king, who's basically been a goal machine for the Reds for years, is tipped to leave next summer. Do you splash the cash on a 32-year-old to keep him? Or go younger, fresher, and dare I say it, cheaper? I mean, don't get me wrong, Pulisic has finally found his groove in Italy after that rollercoaster ride at Chelsea. But trading sunny Milan for rainy Liverpool? Tough call, right? Does the lad even want to come back to the Premier League? He's balling out in Serie A, and honestly, why mess with that? Quick stat for you. Pulisic racked up 12 goals and 8 assists last season. That's his best return so far. But will he keep up those numbers under Arne Slot? So, what do you reckon? Should Pulisic pack his bags for Anfield or stay put at Milan? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Frenkie de Jong might actually be on his way out of Barcelona. Yes, the Dutchman is apparently considering leaving after years of resisting any talk of a transfer. And guess what? Barcelona is so desperate to get him off their books that they're willing to pay him 18 million euros in deferred wages just to speed up his exit. Can you believe it? Barca's basically offering to pay him to leave. Irony at its finest. De Jong, who's been a key figure in Barca's midfield since 2019, now faces stiff competition from the club's younger guns like Pedri, Gavi and Fermin Lopez. They're fast, hungry and ready to take over. Plus, let's not forget the injuries Frenkie's been fighting, making it tough for him to lock down that starting spot. It's starting to feel like the writing's on the wall. But here's where things get interesting. De Jong, once adamant about staying at his dream club, is now open to leaving. Why? Maybe it's the 1.1 million a week salary that's making him a prime target for Barca's financial cleanup. And if we're being honest, can the club really afford to keep paying that for a guy who's been sidelined as much as he's played? He's racked up 213 appearances, sure, but if you're not consistently hitting 30 games a season due to injuries, then maybe it's time for a change. Barcelona's financial struggles are no secret, and frankly, cutting a big contract like Frankie's might just be the smart move here. So what do you think? Is it finally time for Barcelona and De Jong to part ways? Manchester City, the reigning champions, are eyeing up Inter Milan's Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Can you believe it? A monstrous investment, they're calling it. But hold on, why the sudden splurge? Well folks, Rodri's out for the count. Guardiola confirmed it himself, saying, "This season is over for him." That's gotta hurt, right? Now, City's scrambling like a cat on a hot tin roof. Çalhanoğlu for £42 million? In January. Good luck with that, Pep. We all know how tricky that winter window can be. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, blindfolded. But here's the kicker. Çalhanoğlu's not just a one-trick pony. Did you know he's played in 5 different positions throughout his career? Talk about versatility. He's like a Swiss Army knife in football boots. Personally, I reckon this Turkish delight could be just what the doctor ordered for City. But will he fit into Pep's system? That's the million-dollar question. Now let's talk numbers for a sec. Çalhanoğlu's played a whopping 72 games as a holding midfielder out of his 500-plus appearances. That's less than 15%. Talk about a late career transformation. But here's the real head-scratcher. Can City pull this off mid-season? And let's not forget, Inter won't be too keen on letting their star man go. So what do you think, folks? Would Çalhanoğlu be the missing piece in City's puzzle? Or just another overpriced January panic buy? Is he the answer to City's Rodri-shaped hole? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get this debate rolling. Chelsea are still keeping tabs on Aston Villa's Colombian sensation, John Duran. And why wouldn't they? The 20-year-old striker has been making serious noise in the Premier League, bagging 4 goals in just 5 appearances. And get this, he's only played 200 minutes. That's a goal every 50 minutes. Talk about clinical finishing. But here's where it gets interesting. Chelsea already have, what, over 40 players? Their squad's bigger than an Ultimate Team collection, yet they're still eyeing Duran like he's the missing piece. Makes you wonder, do Chelsea even know who they want on the pitch anymore? It's like they're assembling a footballing army at this point. Anyway, West Ham tried to sign him this summer, throwing £42 million plus add-ons at Villa, but the villains stood firm. They weren't budging for anything less than £50 million. And Chelsea? They're still lurking, keeping in ongoing contact with Duran's camp. It's like they're sending WhatsApp messages every week just to check in. Now let's be real. If Chelsea are ready to cough up £50 million for the kid, why wait? He's already proven he's got the talent, and with his form, it won't be long before other clubs start circling too. Villa won't hold on to him forever if the big bucks start flying. Will Chelsea make their move in January, or will Villa finally unleash Duran as a first-team regular and put an end to all this transfer talk? Trent Alexander-Arnold, staying at Liverpool, looks like it. The 25-year-old is reportedly more than happy to sign a new deal with the Reds, even with Real Madrid sniffing around. I mean, can you blame him? He's a local lad, a living legend on Merseyside, and already has 316 appearances in that famous red shirt. You don't just walk away from that, right? Real Madrid's calling though. 15-time European champs, modern-day Galacticos. Tempting, no? But nah, Trent's first choice is to stick with Liverpool. Loyalty over trophies, or maybe he thinks he can get both. And honestly, why wouldn't he? Liverpool's sitting second in the Premier League after 5 games, and they've only lost once. Not bad, eh? But here's the catch. Trent wants trophies. Big ones. That's his main motivation, and fair play to him. He's already bagged a Premier League and a Champions League. Now, he wants more. Can Liverpool match those ambitions? The summer transfer window was a bit underwhelming. Only Federico Chiesa joined. Come on, Liverpool. Trent's waiting. If Liverpool can show they're serious about silverware, I think Trent signs that contract in a heartbeat. The club's got history, he's got love for it, and let's be real, playing at Anfield with that crowd, that's something special. So what do you think? Is Trent staying for good? Or will Real Madrid come knocking harder? Manchester United, once again, are looking to spice up their attack in the next transfer windows. And who's dropping the scoop? None other than David Ornstein, so you know it's legit. Now let's be real for a second. United had a pretty decent summer, considering the whole tight budget talk. But surprise, surprise, Sir Jim Ratcliffe didn't exactly hold back, did he? After throwing the cash around, they brought in Manuel Ugarte last minute, but when it came to their attack, they just didn't get it done. Sure, they nabbed Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna, but come on, did anyone actually think he was going to be the next number 9 superstar? Yeah, me neither. Ten Hag wanted a more proven striker, someone like Ivan Toney. But, as always, they saw the price tag and said, nah, we'll pass. And Osimhen? Oh, they weren't convinced he could handle a cold, rainy night at Old Trafford. Go figure. And now, with Rasmus Højlund finally back from injury about time, they're hoping things will turn around. But honestly, with the way Bruno, Zirkzee and Diallo have been missing sitters, it's no wonder Ten Hag's under pressure again. Here's the kicker though. Despite splashing the cash this summer, they're still hunting for another attacking threat. Yep, you heard that right. Another big money move is coming, because what's another £100 million at this point, right?